What's up, guys? Hey, welcome back to my channel. Hey, so I'm just reminiscing over the Dallas Card Show. Great experience. I would definitely do it again. Spent 3 days out there, had an amazing time meeting people with, similar interests, ambition, passion into sports cards. So I got to meet a lot of content creators that I follow, like Flippin' Steve, Hobbybox, Roth Cards. Great guys, very friendly. Flippin' Steve actually gave me a sticker. I had asked for the sticker in one of his live videos before the Dallas Card Show, and he made good on his promise to bring them and hand me a couple. For some reason, I only got one. I know he gave me 2 or 3, but they got lost in the sauce, and it looks like I just came back with one, but it's better than nothing. So just a quick recap on the Dallas Card Show and just the overall transactions that I saw. From my viewpoint, I saw mostly trades. There was some buying, but it was the majority of the transactions was trading. Now, the trading of mid to high level cards was the biggest transactions that I saw. And another thing that to notice, and I'm pretty sure other people will agree with me, the modern stuff, or modern to ultra modern stuff, was harder to move. And I'm talking about your base cards, your basic, your base optics, your base prisms. They're not as liquid as it was a year ago. Even for myself, the cards that I brought over to the Dallas Card Show to trade and possibly sell, I did not move all of them. I only moved maybe a fraction of what I had originally brought with me to Dallas. So, and then, you have those dealers, that they're very friendly. They're, they conversate with you. And then you have those other dealers that, like to, how am I supposed to put this? They wouldn't move on certain deals, and I could say they just wouldn't budge, or they simply just weren't interested in what I had, which is fine. A couple of dealers, I want to mention one. I'm not going to mention any names, but I want to mention a situation. I asked the dealer. I came up to a table. I liked, I forgot which card it was. I wanted to trade, do a trade transaction, and I had asked him if he was interested. He said, yeah. And I told him, well, what are you interested in? He mentioned, well, just anything. So here I go, pull out my bag. I must have had 200 plus slabs. The first couple of stacks that he looked at, he immediately just said, oh, okay, thank you for showing me them. So, and this is, like I said, my collection was mostly modern to ultra modern, but it did have, some vintage in the collection. So I just couldn't understand why I was bringing out the other stacks, but I hadn't even finished. And the first stacks that he looked at, he just was put off by it, and he was kind of rude about it. And I always say, treat people the way you want to be treated. So I was still polite. I said, okay, thank you for your time. I started packing up my slabs, and, I left. But, to say that, that's why I asked him in the beginning, what are you interested in? He told me anything. So I was like, okay. So, it's kind of weird, but you're going to get those people, and those people are from all walks of life. It doesn't matter if you're going to a grocery store. It doesn't matter if you're going to a yard sale. I mean, you're going to have those people that just don't communicate well, and that are, kind of rude to you, So, but I would say I only found just a handful of them, but the majority of the dealers at Dallas Card Show were very friendly, very open to trades, depending on what you had. So yeah, it was a good atmosphere. It's good to just the experience itself is really worth it. Besides the cards, but putting that aside, I think just the experience and sharing your passion with other people that have the similar passions as you. It's very it's very very insightful, and you learn stuff from these people. You learn stuff that you may not have known before, so it was a good experience to be face to face with some of these people. And face to face communication transactions is just way better, 100% better than online, because online you see a name and maybe a made up name or whatever, but you don't see that person face to face. So I think that's what, the current situation we're living in, is that we're missing that face to face interaction, that face to face communication. So hopefully with these card shows, they get back to, it gets our senses back to, communicating the proper way to people, So I picked up really good cards in Dallas. In this video, I'm going to show you guys all my transactions, all my deals. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Peace. What's up, guys? So this is going to be my pickups for day one of the Dallas Card Show. Probably the most banger of the day one pickups is this Patrick Mahomes rookie card 2017 Panini Prism Silver. Now, this was the first dealer I came up to. Really cool guy. I just offered, hey, do you willing to trade? I'll trade for this? And he said yes. Now he says since I was doing a trade, he wanted 2,800 trade-in value. So that's exactly what I did. I'll show you the cards later that I traded for. Here is one that I bought. I lowered this. It was originally listed as 275. I lowered it to 230. And DK Metcalf is one I've been investing in, collecting, because I just believe he's going to pop off in the next few years. So he's definitely a buy right now, and I don't have a Disco Prism, so I'm glad I picked that card up. He just really has really good potential for the next few years, so I'm glad I picked that one up. These two Acuñas, I did a trade for these two. The Topps Chrome is just... I have a PSA 9 of the same card, but I saw these two 10s and I said, hey, why not? And so I traded these for some of my slabs. Again, the dealer for this transaction was very, very laid back, very cool. The trade he instantly liked, so we were both happy on both our sides, and that's what you want. You want a win-win situation in every transaction. But I was happy to pick these up. I have been collecting. I've been picking up a lot of Acuñas lately, so I'm glad I was able to get those for the trade. Here's another one that I trade, and I've talked about Dalvin Cook in my other videos, the 5 top running backs that I'm investing in. I do not, though. I have several of these slabs in a PSA 9, but I do not have a 10. So the first chance that I saw a 10 at the show, I immediately wanted it and offered the trade, and the dealer was down for the trade, so that was good. Here's another trade-in that I believe it was the same dealer. So this is Chris Paul's 2005 Topps Chrome PSA 9. I saw it. Chris Paul wasn't originally on my list to look for, but since I was trading the other cards, including the Acuñas, I saw this card and I said, hey, why not? The Suns are really... they're really making a stand in the playoffs. They just beat the Lakers in game 1, so the Lakers didn't look so good in that game. So I'm thinking the Suns will take that series, and his cards will increase even more. I believe I have a Chris Paul Bowman Chrome rookie in a BGS 9.5, but it was good to pick up that Topps Chrome of his. So unfortunately, it wasn't a 10, but I'll pick up 9s any day. It's just something that, I'll look at 9s before I look at 10s, because 9s are most affordable. Sometimes I can't afford the high price that comes in 10s. So that was day one of the Dallas Card Show. I hope you guys liked that. And on to day 2. Hey guys, so this is day 2 of the Dallas Card Show pickups. First one to start off, I got Albert Pujols rookie card 2001 Topps Chrome. Albert Pujols wasn't originally on my list either for pickups, but I saw this card and I said, hey, why not? Now, his 2001 Bowman Chrome is more appealing, but I didn't see a Bowman Chrome there at the card show, so this was the next best thing, and I worked with the dealer and I brought that price down. So I think it was either at comps or a little bit below comps. This is the same dealer I picked up. I just like this card, not for resale or anything. Just I like King Griffey Jr. It happens to be one of his inserts, and I noticed it was stained glass. I did not know that, especially for baseball, that stained glass, that just the actual product or the insert went back as far as 96. So I just thought it was interesting the card to pick up, and I got that card along with the Albert Pujols, so I was very happy in that transaction. This next one was a trade-in. So here's Saquon Barkley. This is another running back that I've been collecting, and you'll see it in my other videos of the top 5 running backs I'm investing in. So these are 2 parallels, and of course all these parallels, they're going to be short printed, or they're going to be their pop is very low. So if it was his basic Prism card, I wouldn't be interested, but since it was 2 parallel cards, I got the trade in that I wanted. Here's a Topps update of Juan Soto. Here's another baseball guy along with Acuna that I've been collecting. I purchased this one. I believe I got the dealer to agree to about 120 or 150 for that card, and it's a PSA 10, so you can't argue with PSA 10s. If it's affordable, I would buy it, but if the 10s are not affordable, then I would get the PSA 9s. Here's a Joe Montana card, BGS 6.5. It's his rookie card. This was also another trade-in. Now, you guys might say, well, why buy a low graded card as a 6.5? I've done my research on this rookie card, particular Joe Montana's. To get a PSA 9 or 10 or even an 8 is very rare. So the pop counts on the 8, 9, and 10s are very low, and you're going to hardly see them. So I saw 6.5, I traded in for it, and I was happy with the transaction. Here's another card I traded in, same dealer, Mike Trout's 2011 Bowman's Best Prospects. It's not valued as high as his other rookie cards, but it's a raw copy, and sometimes I stray away from raw copies, but in this case, it was Mike Trout. It was the only card that I had seen that I wanted. I had to pick another card from the dealer to trade in. That was a card laying right there, so I wanted it. Here's another one, a trade-in I got. Dwayne Wade's rookie card, his 2003-04 Fleer Tradition, BGS 9. I think Wade is very undervalued right now, and I don't know if anybody's noticed, but his card prices are going up. So definitely Hall of Fame material right here. Definitely something that somebody that I'm collecting right now. He goes along with LeBron James, so that's a good trio right there. Here is another raw card I picked up. Russell Wilson's Panini Prism rookie card. His 2012 Panini Prism. Now, like I said, I stray away from raw cards, but this one actually looked decent. There's might be a little, one or two little things to do with the surface, but overall it was good quality. Here's another one. It's the same transaction, I believe, and I got the dealer to lower this card to $100. As you know, Derrick Henry was one of my top running backs that I'm collecting. He was actually the number one quarterback amongst those 5 running backs that I'm collecting. He's a breakout star. He's just absolute beast. And this card looked decent. I might get a 9 on it, which is fine with me. You never want to strive for those 10s when you submit to PSA. You always want to strive for a PSA 9, and the overall condition of the card looked good. So I'm glad I got that. That's going to conclude day 2 of pickups at the Dallas Card Show. So on to day 3. Okay, guys, so this is going to be day 3, final day at Dallas Card Show pickups. The first trade-in I got was this Zion Williamson Panini Prism Parallel, the red, white, and blue in a BGS 9.5. So Zion obviously got injured towards the end of the season. He unfortunately didn't make the playoffs. So his cards are pretty low right now, and I took advantage of that and picked up that one. And especially for trading, it's very worth it. The second transition I made was this Saquon Barkley. I talked about those other two parallels that I made in day two. I saw this Immaculate Collection, this RPA, and it was only $200. It was actually listed for $250. I got the dealer to lower it to $200, and I think this was a great buy-in. And it's numbered. There's only 99 of these that exist, and as you guys know, Immaculate Collection, it's very I guess prestige set, and it's RPA from possibly one of the greatest running backs to be. Here's a Russell Wilson's BGS 9, his Panini Prism 2012. I showed you guys in day two that I bought the raw copy, but I also saw this a graded copy in a BGS 9. So I went ahead, pulled the trigger, and got the graded copy too. I would have liked either a PSA copy, but I did not see any PSA 9s or 10s of the same card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be sending in that raw copy to PSA, and hopefully it gets a 9. I looked over it, and I'm pretty confident it'll get at least a 9. So that concludes day 3 and the final day of Dallas Card Show. Not that many pickups as compared to the other 2 days, but very, very happy with all the transactions I made. Like I said, I really had fun at this show. Definitely worth it. I wish I could have stayed for that last day, but you know, as reality calls, you know, work calls, so I had to return Sunday. But overall, great experience to go through. I recommend anybody to attend that show or any other show. So I'll definitely be back at Dallas in the upcoming months. So hopefully I'll see you guys there. Hopefully we get, you know, if you see me there, you know, holler at me. I'd be happy to take a picture with you guys. You know, we can exchange information, exchange social medias. I'm all about meeting new people and new, whether you're a subscriber or not, it doesn't matter. You know, if you watch this video and you see me at the card show, one of these card shows, because I'll be going to them more often now, now that I have more time. So yeah, hit me up, and I hope you guys liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe and like if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.